I so badly wish that I could be with you in person, because I think that this organisation, Population Matters, is so very important, because this is one of the most important issues that we face today.
Population Matters has done something really remarkable. I mean, just bringing so many people together to speak about this issue is a big thing.
Our campaign is to find ways of bringing population into that debate about what happens to biodiversity in the future. So it's a big day for all of us here for Population Matters. It's a really, I hope, amazing lineup of speakers that we've got.
Imagine opening your daily newspaper to read the headline, "Government agrees to build 100 new cities the size of London." Well, that, together with 30 more the size of Los Angeles, is what 1 billion extra people look like.
We're not just losing the large primate, but it's affecting the regeneration of the forest. So we have a forest that we still have the tall trees, but it's so different in the understory, where you have fewer and fewer species of the fruit-bearing trees as seedlings, and this is very worrisome.
And then there's the second population explosion, if you like, in livestock. Every 1 billion extra people on the planet comes with an extra 10 billion farm animals reared and slaughtered every year, the majority of them in factory farms.
If the consumers stop, that's one problem. What will these Africans be doing? Doubling their population, some of them. But in terms of consumption, are the African nations capable of raising their consumption levels to what we see in Europe, in North America? Probably not.
Our leaders are striving for economic growth, for reputation growth, and for population growth. But they're missing the point. Soon, our population will have to decline, and it will happen in either one of two ways. Sooner, through a collective decision to have fewer children, or later, through deaths due to famine, diseases, resource wars, climate change, and biodiversity loss.
If we're going to start pointing fingers, we have to start pointing fingers at ourselves a little bit, because we are the ones who are living the unsustainable lifestyle. A relatively small number of people on the planet, us, we in this room here and in the North and West, are imposing enormous pressures on the planet which are not matched by many of the people who we share this planet with.
There is an urgency, and I think my concern really is just how critical it is. And hearing about those endemic species in those areas of the world where population growth is high at the moment. Yes, we must address consumption. Somehow we've got to learn how to consume less.
I think the main takeaway is that clearly we have an issue with population, clearly we have an issue with consumption. The way those things play out in different parts of the world will be different. It's very hard to generalise, but as going forward, I think we have to address both issues if we're going to be successful.
It's been shown all around the world that as women's education improves, family size tends to drop.
There is need to educate the girl child, to give her more power to make choices as it relates to family planning and her future. And there's statistics that where population is lowered, the girl child has been empowered educationally.
Largely the issues are already out there, and people understand that there is the need to educate and empower young girls around the world. We know that. I think it's more around making sure that we hold the people who have the power to make that happen, we hold them accountable so that it does take place. So that means talking to our politicians, it means talking to the UN, it means raising kind of awareness of the Sustainable Development Goals, and the more we can do that, the better.
I love all other wild species, but actually other wild species don't tend to look forward so much as we are capable of. And if we look forward in the right way, we can change things.